Hello, my name is Gemma and I'm from Little Dreams Consulting Bath Swindon. I'm here today to talk to you about that magical phase of rolling. How do you manage rolling with sleep? So I recall being a very anxious parent about rolling. It was very exciting when my little boy started to roll, but then how do you manage that when it comes to sleep at night? Do you turn them back onto their backs? Do you just allow them to get comfortable on their front? So today I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about managing that rolling with sleep, with expectations and safety. First and foremost, I must mention, as always, the Lullaby Trust, which is the best place to go for safer sleep advice. So all safer sleep guidance from the Lullaby Trust, specifically calling out the Back to Sleep campaign, along with other sleep sources, state that you should always put your baby on their backs to sleep, with their feet at the bottom end of the cot space or the sleeping space and on their backs. This reduces the risk of SIDS. Until your baby can roll quite happily from their fronts to backs, remember, always down on their back. If you see on the monitor or in the next to me at the night time that they have rolled onto their front or their side, just very gently roll them onto their back again. And they might be a little bit upset that you've done that, but it's best to keep them on their back. But do this especially at bedtime. Always lay them on their back. They may want to try sleep on their side, but again, put them onto their backs and keep on doing so. Ensure the space that your child sleeps in is on a firm mattress and clear from any teddies or toys, and the mattress fits perfectly within the space with no gaps around the edges, no cot bumpers and no sleep aids like sleep pods, just a clear sleeping space on a nice, firm, clean, flat mattress. Things to bear in mind when your baby does start to roll. Once they do start, you should no longer swaddle them anymore. It's a great time to introduce a sleeping bag. An appropriately togged sleeping bag, they can go from 0.5 togs to 3 tog. So just find the right one for the season. So when does this rolling start? So typically babies try to start rolling anywhere from 3 months really, but generally between 4 to 7 months is when your baby will want to start rolling back to front. Unfortunately though, this does tend to coincide with the 4-month sleep regression, which can make it a little bit more challenging. Generally, your baby will start to roll backwards and forwards during the day and then start to do it at night time. And this can be a little bit more challenging for you. Little ones seem eager to start to want to roll, and they will be doing it in the daytime and then at night time. I find certainly through doing this job that lots of babies like to sleep on their sides or on their front, but they must only do so when they can comfortably roll both ways, back and front again. And this is a skill that needs to be mastered. So how can you help with their new skill? So there are lots of things that you can do to help them with the skill of rolling. Practice rolling 2 to 4 times a day when they start showing signs of wanting to roll, and this will stop them from trying to practice at night time, because children become obsessed with any new skill and will want to practice 24 hours a day. So the tummy time. That is a great thing to do to start with, just to strengthen those muscles, and that will help with rolling and that development. There's also something else you can do, whereby you would put your baby on the edge of a blanket and you would just gently lift the edges of the blanket and help them just roll over. And then take them from the other side and help them from the other side. That will just help them get used to the motion of rolling, because that is what ends up scaring quite a lot of children, is just that motion of rolling over and then how do I get back again? So practicing that will certainly help. All the very best to you, and just understand that this is a normal development. Your child will get the hang of it, and practicing as much as possible, making sure that the cot space is nice and clear will really help. Take care. Bye.